TNA Slammiversary 13 just went off the air about 10 minutes ago, and holy shit, what a show this was. This show was awesome. Best TNA show in years that I've seen. Now, I didn't make a predictions video for this because I haven't watched TNA in like a month, so I'm behind a little bit. But my god, this was a great show. Let's get into this. Three-way for the TNA X Division Championship. Tigre Uno versus Manic versus DJZ. Great way to open the show. Tigre Uno just won the X Division title, apparently, so, you know, he retained it. And it was a damn good match. Great shit there. Anything, now that the X Division, now that it's the post-Hogan Bischoff era, the X Division has meant something, so that's good. And TNA's hit or miss. Tonight was a hit, and I think it will be a hit, keeping going. But I'm not going to get into the whole TNA's a hit or miss. That's another video. Robbie E beat Jessie Godderz. Honestly, wasn't really into it. It wasn't a bad match. It's just, it didn't really appeal to me. Neither did this next match. Bram versus Matt Morgan in a street fight. It wasn't terrible. Yet again, it wasn't a bad match. It's just, Bram doesn't appeal to me, and Matt Morgan is just Matt Morgan. It's not that Matt Morgan's horrible. It's just, Matt Morgan never appealed to me either. So that was just, whatever. But, I mean, this is where the show gets amazing right here. Started off with a good match, and then we had two matches that weren't really that interesting. Now it gets great. Austin Aries versus Davey Richards. Could you expect any less than an amazing match? Just because it's those two. The stipulation was, the winner gets to pick the stipulation for the last of the best of 5 for the tag titles. For an undercard kind of match, because they had 4 other matches in front of them, a non-sanctioned match, a 3-on-2 handicap, a tag team match, and the King of the Mountain. They really gave us a lot of time with 17 minutes. They did excellent with that. And then after Aries won, he announced that it's going to be a 30-minute Iron Man match for the last match, which should be awesome. Can't wait to see it on TV. They already taped it. Cannot wait to see it on TV. Awesome Kong and Brooke versus Dollhouse. Yet again. Actually not terrible. It was actually a good match. Brooke with that booty. And, you know, it's Awesome Kong, so it's awesome. No pun intended. Good match. A lot better than I would have ever thought. Then we had James Storm versus Magnus. An emotional match for me. This is James Storm's last TNA match. And I think this is also Magnus's. I know Magnus is leaving soon. But I'm pretty sure this was the last match also. Awesome match. They beat the hell out of each other. They did everything to each other. Because of some of the stuff that they did, the power went out after the match. That's how great they did with this. Awesome match. I really love the ending too, where they both hit each other in the head with the beer, and James Storm fell on top of Magnus and picked up the win in his final TNA match. Thank you, James Storm, for the memories in TNA. Hope to see you in Global Force in a few months. Yeah, awesome stuff. Now we don't have any TNA originals, but amazing match. Then we got EC3 and Tyrus versus Lashley and Anderson. After Aries and Richards and Kong and Brooke versus Dollhouse and Storm versus Magnus This match, obviously can't hold a candle to those, because of, we got great wrestling, and then we got that thrown in. It's kind of like a break. It wasn't horrible, but like, well, of course, it was a good match, but I mean, you can't get into it after you had an amazing no DQ match, an awesome wrestling match, and a hell of a women's match. It just doesn't work well. But it was a good match. EC3 won, as you would expect, since he will be facing Kurt Angle for the world title in a few days. I and others already know who won since it was taped, but I'm not going to spoil it here. Maybe some other time. And then we got the ever so epic King of the Mountain match. Matt Hardy, Eric Young, Drew Galloway, Bobby Roode, and Double J, baby, Jeff Jarrett. Awesome match. Match of the night for sure. And to prove how good the show was, we had 3 matches that can compete with this one for match of the night. Tigre Uno, Manic and DJZ, Austin Aries and Davey Richards, and James Storm and Magnus. Those 3, plus the King of the Mountain match, all compete against each other for match of the night. But for me, King of the Mountain match is match of the night. It was just great action all around. And just like the James Storm match, just a nostalgia, just emotional feeling with Jeff Jarrett in there, kicking ass. Eric Young damn near killed Jeff Jarrett with the pile driver on the ladder, which was awesome. And I love how, with the emotional build-up with Jarrett, how they had him get put in the penalty box 2 times in the first 5 or 6 minutes. And, you know, just great stuff all around this match. Sick twist of fate with Drew Galloway. Karen Jarrett looking hot as hell. You just can't ask for anything better. Jeff Jarrett picking up the win. And I marked out so hard. I also marked out pretty huge when James Storm won. Just the fact that James Storm and Magnus were in the ring, I was marking out for. This I was really marking out for, because he had Jarrett, childhood. Matt Hardy, childhood. Drew Galloway, childhood and amazing wrestler. Bobby Roode, childhood and amazing wrestler. It was just awesomeness all the way around. Just insane mark out when Jarrett won. I lost it. Lost it. Because Jarrett winning this is just perfect, because that was quote-unquote his last TNA match, he said, and he's going to do what AJ did, and what Punk did, and all that, and walk out with the belt, and bring it to Global Force. This is just going to be cool. Yeah, I'm digging this. This is going to be a hell of a ride here with this story. And, you know, this will bring more credibility to Global Force. Probably partner Global Force with Impact. And, spoiler alert, the next Hall of Fame TNA member is Jeff Jarrett. So this will be perfect, leading him into Hall of Fame to add another accolade to his storied career. Overall, the show was amazing. 4 epic matches. And a couple other good ones. Overall, fantastic show. You have to see it.